Coming at you now with our comics segment. So, the question is, hey Dwarf, what are you reading right now? Well, there's a few things that I'm reading currently, but none of the stories that I've been reading, in my opinion, actually reach the depth and the awesomeness of the current Swamp Thing series. The current arc right now going on in the newly, well, I shouldn't say newly, it's been around for about a year. It was one of the first 52 titles that was relaunched at the very beginning of the DC relaunch initiative. Is currently called Rot World, and it is amazingly good. We're talking, like, it's currently up there in my opinion, and it's written by Scott Snyder. It's really, really intriguing. It kind of gives you a new spin and a new idea as to the Alan Moore run on Swamp Thing back in the 80s. Very good storytelling, got a lot of depth to it, kind of makes references back to that era of the Swamp Thing titles, but it also ties into DC Dark. You know, we're talking like Deadman makes an appearance in the Rot World story. Poison Ivy makes an appearance in the Rot World story, because basically what's going on is that the Rot, which is the anti-version of the Green, so basically the Green is nature and life, the Rot is death and decay. Huh, kind of reminds me of Magic the Gathering, doesn't it? You know, black and green kind of being opposing as colors, you know. It's exactly the same thing in its own, you know, in its own right. It's basically like a Magic the Gathering story. So, in checking this out, Swamp Thing, basically, you know, he's kind of like born again and everything like that, and he's kind of like slipped through this sort of reality when he and Animal Man go into the Rot itself, and when they come back out, what's happened is that it was all a ploy, and the Rot has kind of destroyed the world, and it's made like undead versions of the various superheroes from the DCU, and there's only a few areas that are still holding out, you know, and like the Parliament of Trees is now located in the old swamp and everything, and it's pretty sweet. So that's one of the titles I'm reading currently. The other titles that I'm reading right now, I mean, obviously I'm following, you know, Captain America's Marvel Now launch that just started at issue number 1. Daredevil has been fantastic. In fact, I put up an earlier video congratulating the team on Daredevil for their Eisner Award for Best Ongoing Series. Great stuff there. I'm also reading The Shadow from Dynamite Comics as being written by Garth Ennis. Awesome stuff based on one of my favorite pulp comic characters. It's top-notch. If you get the chance, go ahead and read it. It's currently on issue 8. I was surprisingly enough able to pick up the entire run in one sitting just a couple of weeks ago at my local comic shop that I like to go to, Comic City. I go to Comic City in West Bloomfield, Michigan. It's on 14 Mile Road and the Haggerty. If you get the opportunity, go there, check it out. The staff is awesome. You know, they have a really good selection. You can actually buy original art from their gallery wall. They just recently moved into this new location. It's like 3 times the size of their old one. Very cool place. So, a couple things to definitely note. You're going to want to check out some of the Marvel Now titles. The newest title, highly recommended title that I want to plug real quick, Deadpool, has relaunched as a Marvel Now comic. It's written by Brian Posehn, the comedian. Great stuff. It's only on issue 2 right now. If you can still find issue 1, pick it up. It is a hilarious book. All I gotta say is Deadpool versus zombie ex-presidents. He fights FDR. It's friggin' hysterical. Check it out when you get the chance.
You need a hobby like mine, Bubs.
Hobby? What's your hobby, right?
Drinking.
So Dwarf, where have you been? That's a common thing I've been asked lately. Like, hey, you used to be on, you know, Deviants FM with your buddy Cracking Heads. What happened? Well, honestly, I could tell you, but that would take a long time to explain. Let's just say that that could have turned into a Springer episode just on its own. Then I was asked, hey, what happened to the rant? You used to be putting all of these different videos, such as, you know, your political stuff and your conspiracy theory stuff out there. You've been, you know, talking about damning the man and fighting the empire and this, that, and the other. What happened? Well, there's a couple things that happened. First, I got a corporate job. The second, and really what's more important, is I realized that when I was making those videos, I was coming from a really angry place. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still the angry dwarf. There's really no way around that. I mean, come on, I was born that way. I'm pretty sure that when I was birthed, I was pissed off. It's just how it happens. But it's all about what you do with it. And yes, there are noises from the apartments coming around me right now because I'm standing in my bathroom actually making this video. I figure, hey, it's good enough for everybody else on YouTube. I might as well give it a shot, right? So anyway, I decided to change the direction of the rant. So there you have it. Doing comics, movies, maybe some music reviews. Probably not so much on the music reviews because most music today sucks ass. But movies, TV, comic books, my favorite thing. You know, discussing things that are kind of nerdcore, and you know what? That's going to be what it's all about. Hopefully we'll be getting some new theme music soon. Until then, I'll just be using stuff off of the web that I find that I like, or music pieces that I like that I'm going to throw in the videos that'll keep me from monetizing it. Because chances are I like something and then there's a trademark on it somewhere, and then if I try and make money off it, I'm going to get hosed. It just seems to be how it happens on the web nowadays. But what does this mean to you, the viewer? Well, it means that my videos will be a little bit longer, which means I'm going to want you guys to spread the word a hell of a lot more. And it also gives me a chance to kind of do things a little bit differently than last time. You see, last time I was using a webcam to do all of my stuff. Just coming through my laptop. I didn't get out of the house much. I didn't do a whole lot outside of, you know, just the four walls. Well, as you can see, I'm a little bit more mobile now, and as you've seen from one of the clips that I have kind of tucked in the, tucked in the promo video that I shot just recently, that of course has changed a little bit too. I've done a little bit of traveling in the past, couple of years since I was last on. It's actually December 7th right now when I'm making this portion of the video. But the way I'm shooting it right now, the way it's going to be, the rant is going to be updating twice a month at first. Then we're going to be changing things around a little bit, probably doing a bit more in the way of integrating other people into the show, hopefully. Like I said, we got a new theme song that's going to be possibly in development, which would be great. A couple of things that I want to do a quick shout out about, though, as far as on the web, I want to give a big thumbs up and props to the guys and gals over at Frog Island Comedy. Frog Island Flicks, if you haven't been to the YouTube channel, do it. It's awesome. They've got some great stuff on there. They were just recently on Viral Video Showdown. They won in the category of how-to videos musicals. Great stuff. Very hyper talented, that whole team over there. Cooper Barnes, an old friend of mine, we actually went to school together, so you can tell there's got to be something in the water here where we're all from to get that type of nerdery. By the way, funniest Hawkman ever. If you go to their channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. Definitely leave a comment somewhere in the comments below or on the side or wherever the hell YouTube has decided to move it by the time you see this video. Chances are it might be below the video, but who knows? It could be down here, it could be over here, it could be somewhere over here, maybe here. Not so much here, but probably here. I'm just saying, who knows it.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 그런 선호해 아름다워 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선어해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선어해 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 선어해 근육보다 사상이 울퉁불퉁한 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 뛰는 놈그 위에 나는 놈 베이베 베이베 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈 뛰는 놈 그 위에 나는 놈 베이베 베이베 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈 You know what I'm saying 오빤 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일
Yeah. That's a good.
오빤 강남스타일